Hi everyone, my name is Vivek. I am the founder of Learn3D Fashion platform. I have taught more than 3,000 students from 10 plus countries who comes from brands like Nike, FIT, UAL and more. So in this video, what we are going to do is we are going to try to figure out what are the top platforms for learning CLO3D in 2026. I do this exercise every year in which this also gives me an opportunity to improve my course also. Okay. At the same time, we'll discuss all the different platforms that are available and like what can work for you best. Okay. Let's get started. Okay, so before we start comparing different courses, okay, let's first understand what 3D fashion structures look like. Okay, so 3D fashion course kind of is divided into like 5 parts. Okay, first is modeling, finishing, texturing, rendering, animation, and AI. Right now is becoming important, so I've also put AI into it. Okay, now what is modeling? Okay, so modeling is like your basic process of converting a shape into your desired shape. Okay, so for a basic borders to a dress or something like that, right? Two topics becomes really important, okay, in this for in modeling. First is the garment construction, second is pattern making. So without these two topics, understanding these two topics well, you cannot complete the modeling well. Okay, now second part is finishing. So finishing is like when you stitch your garments in real life, right? You get seams by default. In CLO it doesn't happen, so you have to kind of understand how the seams, different seams look. For example, how different machineries create different kinds of seams. Okay, and stitches and everything. You need to understand those parts, and then you need to incorporate. Okay, so understanding garments, seams, and construction, trims, and accessories. These are the two important parts for finishing. The next part is texturing. Okay, so texturing is like how do you create fabric from scratch. Okay, so understanding a fabric, understanding different properties of a fabric, for example lace and everything, and incorporating that. Okay, so fabric construction, so for example, is the fabric is a plain weave, twill weave, satin weave, what kind of fabric it is, right? Because every fabric will have different kinds of effect, right? So for example, if you take a screen printing, right? So screen printing, the top surface is going to look different from the back side of the fabric, right? Because the color do not penetrate completely. So as compared to yarn dye, fabric and all these things. So technicality means when you are dealing with like texture development, you need to understand fabrics well. Okay. So one example is this, like how do you create lace fabric from scratch? Okay. The next part is rendering. Okay. So how do you render your garment well? Okay. So rendering is like, it's like Photoshop, a photo shoot, right? So for example, setting up your camera, setting up your like garment or your model, right? And taking and creating a nice environment and then rendering it. Okay. So understanding how do you create environments, lights and camera, these are the essential topics for the rendering. Okay. Next is animation. So animation is like how do you take your avatar, add some animation that you really like, okay, and convert that into a really nice story, right? That can be converted into a really good animation. Okay, so this is the crux of animation. Okay, so understanding avatars, its rigging, and then animation. These are the really important parts of animation. Okay, so these are the like 5 important topics. Okay, and then some other important topics like AI right now, because like AI can take your product and like then it can just, you can manipulate it. It's not 100% correct, but for the visual purpose it really works well. Okay, in terms of design research also it really works well. So these are the main topics that when you are looking for a course, you need to look for this. Okay, even if you're learning on your own, then you need to learn it in this particular structure. Okay, so in the next part we are going to see how what are the different platforms that are there and you can learn. Okay, great. Okay, now let's start comparing different courses. Okay, so first let me show you my course, and then I'm going to slowly show you the other courses. Okay, and also let me show you how I structured it. So basically, like I've structured my course into 9 modules. Okay, the first module is CLO3D. If you don't have CLO3D, you can also use Style3D. Okay, so I've used Style3D is completely for free, right? So and it is exactly like CLO3D. So I've also done this covered Style3D also, so that people can use the course completely for free. Second part is pattern making. So we follow 2 books, Pattern Making by Helen Joseph Armstrong, Pattern Making for Fashion Designer by Helen Joseph Armstrong. Second is Pattern Magic by Tomoko Nakamichi. Great books. And the way I've divided the course is like, how do you draft patterns? Second is how do you manipulate patterns? Then how do you produce patterns? So 3 parts, and then there are multiple tutorials under that. You have Blender. we use Blender to kind of make our rendering better, create better environments, tell a story, right? So that's what we use Blender for. Texture development, we learn how to get like textures and fabrics from scratch. Okay, so we learn how to get different kinds of knitwear, lace fabric, and every different kinds of a fabric, right? Uh, these two modules are like for avatars, how to get avatars, how to rig it, and how to create animation. So these two modules are for avatars and animation. Next is handbags. So how do you work on handbags? I took I took a course in a college, right, which was a leather design college. Amazing. So even I learned how to create a handbag while teaching. So I've just included that as a part of the course. Fun. Uh, Next is AI into fashion. I am right now consulting a few brands, okay, and believe me, the whole design process, right? The way we used to research is changing, okay, with AI. So I have tried incorporating all the learning and into this module, okay. So we have covered multiple uh, like multiple tools for AI and topics, and how do you like structure, and I've structured it very well, okay, so you can just go through that. And then finally the latest projects, okay, so community projects, I've just put it here, right? Great, so these are the 9 modules, okay, that you need to have. Now let's start quickly like comparing it, okay. So first, what we'll do is we'll go to CLO3D, right? CLO3D Academy, okay. So in CLO3D Academy, like what I've heard is that the structure is good, right? The tutorials are good, right? The one problem that I see is that it is not structured well, right? So they have like kind of they have done focus course on button down shirt, which is nice, but you don't know where to start from. Okay, so that's one of the things. So I think like the way you can do this, okay, is by going to YouTube, check out their free tutorials, and then coming here and like purchasing like 2, 3 other courses. Like if you are very specific for a shirt and all, right? So if you're looking for a very specific kind of a, for example, like just to do how to do a shirt and all, then you can just like come here, okay? Uh, One problem that like CLO has done, okay, recently from last 1 year, right? They are frequently changing their UI. So they have changed it so much that even like the tutorials which were like 2 years or 1 year back, right? They are completely useless. Uh, Completely means like you will not find all the tools and everything. So this is getting a little tricky from their end. Okay. So that's about the CLO Academy. Like there are very few courses, by the way. Like few like you can see, like that's all done. So that's first thing, okay. So CLO, I think it's not a great way to start from here, okay. My recommendations. Second is FID, okay. CLO 3D Garment Visualization Certificate, okay. So I think the cost for this course is going to be around 1,500, which is very costly, quite costly, okay. And the what they have covered here, okay, is like completely like basics of CLO. The course is good. I hope so. I cannot see anybody's feedback here. Uh, but the problem is they haven't covered pattern making, okay? And if you want to learn pattern making, then you have to take their other course, which again, the problem is SPX, which is not digital. Number 2 penciler is still there. Oh God. Still they are doing pencils and sharpeners. Okay, so this is not a digital. So that's a problem, right? So introduction to CLO 3D, FIT is good. It's great. The point that is missing is pattern making. Okay. Texture development they have covered, but I know what they are trying to do here is like what they are doing is they are just scanning the flat textile images and they are putting it. Uh, which is fine. But again, you need, if you even scan a fabric, you need to process it, right? You need to convert that into a repeat unit. So I don't know how they're going to do that. But it's a great tutorial for beginners, okay? Highly recommended. Okay, if you're a beginner, you want to learn, you can go and you can just join this course also. Okay, next one is CLO 3D Virtual Fashion Design by New School, Parsons. This I really like. Okay, this course I really like. So what this course, like this course is a little detailed course. Okay, let me show you, right? So they have covered pattern making, which is really nice. They have covered the pattern making and the construction process, right? Great. They have also covered surface design, trims, and hardwares. Learn how to create. Now, what I'm not sure is like how they are helping you to create trims. So normally, like in my course, what we do is, because we learn Blender, right? So in Blender, we learn how to create different trims. So if you want to create a customized button, right? So you can go in Blender, you can make it. Here, I'm not sure like how they are helping you to create hardwares and trims. But if they mentioned it, they must be teaching. CLO 3D presentation, styling, and animation. So they have covered animation also. So this is pretty good actually. This is a pretty good course. Only problem is the cost is 3760. That's the problem. So and they should have given, by the way, more details about it, right? It should, like, they should have given more details. But this course really looks solid. Okay, looks really nice. So these are like three platforms, right? CLO, FIT, and New School, and then you have Udemy and Skillshare. Okay, now look, I'm not a great fan of Udemy and Skillshare. The problem, let me tell you the problem. Okay, the problem is this: because the instructor changes. Okay, so every person has a different way of teaching. Okay, and if you are learning from one person and then you shift to someone else, like it just breaks the flow, right? Like it just takes you time to understand that new thing, right? So um you can go if you have a very specific thing. So for example, CLO 3D beginner, right? If you feel that, okay, I want to do exactly this, then you can like go and you can just check it out, right? And you can quickly. One more thing, Udemy courses are very cheap, right? So you can go and learn, but it is like 4.5 hours. CLO is a little bit more. Like my total course is like almost 100 plus hours. Okay, 4 hours is very less actually, but okay. But you have to take multiple courses. Okay, so if you want to go with Udemy, you have to take multiple courses. So you have to take multiple courses for pattern making. Take both the courses. Okay, take this course also. So take as many as courses you can. Like just don't think that taking one course is going to um, it's not going to do the work for you. Okay, so take multiple courses and remember the structure, right? Modeling, finishing, texturing, rendering, animation. So in that structure, figure out, right, which fits best for you. Okay, Skillshare, you can see there are two of the courses that I have uploaded. This is not a great platform for learning CLO. Okay, so don't learn it from here. Again, the recommendation will be like, okay, if you want to test it, just want to try it, if you already have a Skillshare subscription, then you can go and you can check. Otherwise, you don't need to. So these are the different courses that are there. YouTube is also there, but you can, again, the problem with YouTube is the same, right? That instructor changes, topics changes. But again, if you want to go with YouTube, remember the structure: modeling, finishing, texturing, rendering, animation. The structure will remain the same, right? And find the tutorials, okay, in that category. Okay, so these are different kinds of uh, courses that are available. Always remember, right, whenever you are taking a course, always look for support, right? Because this is what I have realized, okay, with helping so many students, that whenever you start with a course, there will be some problem that you will have. Okay, even if I am doing the same step in the tutorial, uh, you try to do that, something is not going to work out. So you need some kind of a support. Okay, so I normally do that with Discord and like WhatsApp, right? So people can ask questions quickly, and then they can solve the issues. But also do look for like where you can get support from. Okay, that is really important. Okay, great, guys. So I think like this kind of concludes the different courses which are available, and you can try to fix and go with something that you like. But to start, you need to start somewhere, right? So start somewhere and start learning now. Okay, don't wait. 2026, you need to master CLO 3D and AI. Okay, don't skip that. All right, enjoy, take care, peace out, bye bye.